Manipulators don't fear confrontation. They fear silence. Because when you scream, they know exactly how to respond. When you cry, they know which buttons they pushed. When you argue, they've already written the script. But when you go silent, when you become unreadable, that's when they panic. Because silence strips them of their greatest weapon, your reaction. You see, manipulators need you predictable. They need you emotional. They need you engaged in their chaos. But the moment you become silent, calm, and still, you become dangerous. Here are the 8 silent behaviors that make manipulators lose control even when you say absolutely nothing. First, you stop explaining yourself. Manipulators love to make you defend your choices, your feelings, your boundaries. They ask why, not because they care, but because they want to find a weakness in your reasoning. But when you stop explaining, when you simply say, "I've made my decision," and nothing more, they lose their footing. Your silence becomes a wall they can't climb, and that drives them absolutely insane. Because a person who doesn't need to be understood cannot be manipulated. Second, you observe their patterns without calling them out. You notice the lies, the contradictions, the gaslighting, but you don't confront them anymore. You just watch. And that quiet awareness terrifies them, because they can feel you pulling away. They can sense you're no longer buying their performance. Manipulators fear being seen more than being confronted. When you stop reacting and start observing, you shift from victim to witness, and witnesses hold all the power. Third, you give them exactly what they ask for, nothing more, nothing less. They ask for space, you give them space, permanently. They threaten to leave, you help them pack. They want you to beg, you stay silent. This behavior destroys manipulators because they rely on you doing the opposite of what they say. They want you to chase when they pull away. They want you to fight when they threaten. But when you take them at their word with zero emotion, they realize they've lost the game because you called their bluff without saying a single word. Fourth, you stop defending yourself against their accusations. When they accuse you of things you didn't do, you don't scramble to prove your innocence. You simply say, "Think what you want." This breaks their strategy completely, because manipulation only works when you're desperate for them to believe you. The moment you stop caring about their version of you, you become untouchable. Your silence communicates something powerful. Your opinion of me is none of my business. Fifth, you respond slowly or not at all. Their text comes in hot, demanding, urgent, and you read it, and then you go about your day. You're not ignoring them out of spite. You're simply refusing to operate on their timeline of chaos. Manipulators need immediate responses because that's when you're most reactive, most emotional, most controllable. But when you take hours or days to respond, you're communicating that their emergency is not your crisis. You're teaching them that your peace is more valuable than their drama. And that calm, measured distance, it strips them of urgency, their favorite manipulation tool. Sixth, you become mysteriously busy. You're no longer available for their 2 a.m. chaos. You can't make it to their drama-filled gatherings. You're suddenly busy when they need an audience. You don't owe them explanations. You don't apologize excessively. You simply have other priorities now, and they feel it, that shift, that withdrawal of your energy. Manipulators panic when they realize you have a life that doesn't revolve around managing their emotions. Seventh, you match their energy with uncomfortable accuracy. When they go cold, you don't chase warmth, you go cold too. When they're distant, you give them distance, real distance. When they play games, you simply stop playing. This terrifies manipulators because they expect you to overcompensate. They expect you to chase when they pull back. But when you mirror their detachment with precision, they're forced to confront their own behavior. They wanted control, But instead, they got a mirror. And what they see reflected back? Their own manipulation tactics staring them in the face. That's the moment they realize you figured them out. Eighth, you let them have the last word. They send that final text, dripping with venom or guilt. They make that last cutting remark. They try to bait you into one more round, and you don't respond. Not because you can't think of something to say, but because you no longer need to win arguments with people who've already lost your respect. This is the ultimate power move, because manipulators need the back and forth. They need you engaged, even in conflict. But when you simply walk away mid-conversation, you've communicated something they can't handle. You're not worth my words anymore. Here's what manipulators don't understand. Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Every word you don't say is energy they can't steal. Every reaction you withhold is control they can't claim. Every explanation you refuse to give is power returning to you. Manipulators lose control the moment you stop trying to make them understand you, the moment you stop defending yourself, the moment you stop playing their game entirely. You don't have to fight toxicity. You just have to outlive it with silence. Stay calm, stay private, stay unreachable, because the most dangerous version of you is the one they can no longer predict. If this resonated with you, drop a comment with the behavior that hits you hardest, and subscribe to MindForge Haven, where silence becomes your superpower and peace becomes your great